The following video tutorial will take you through entering a warehouse receiving form. This form is required for any inventory that will be tracked by the system, whether or not it's client-owned or distributor-owned. Every field in this form is required, but you can put in NA if the field is not applicable. The warehouse receiving form can be found on the Ampersand Group's eForms page. To get to this page, go to support.theampersandgroup.com/eForms. Here you will find all of the eForms, including the warehouse receiving form. This form starts by asking you for your general information, including your name, your email, and your phone number. Next, enter in your item number as it appears in Quantum and your item description. The next several fields have to do with the receiving amount for the whole cartons only. Enter in your issue unit, your cost per unit, your sell per unit, and your receiving amount for all of the whole cartons that were produced by the vendor. The next section is designated in case your vendor produced any partial cartons that are not a whole unit. Here you can put in the partial unit amount, the cost and the sell for that unit, and in any case if they did more than one partial unit, then you can enter in the receiving amount for the partial. If your vendor did not create any partials, you can put zeros in these fields, or you can put NA for not applicable. The next field asks for the vendor producing the product. You're then asked for the warehouse ID as it appears in Quantum, and the location being the aisle, row, bin if you have one. And finally, the purchase order number. Next, it asks you for the owner of the inventory. If it's distributor owned, that means that the Ampersand Group owns the inventory while it's sitting in any warehouse, and once it's released, the Ampersand Group will invoice your client for the inventory. If it's client owned, then the client pays for the inventory after it's produced and owns the inventory while it's sitting in the warehouse. The next field is simply your sales ID, and then the last field is any comments or notes that you may want to add. Again, if any of these fields are not applicable, you can put in NA. Once you've finished the form, you can click the Submit button, and it will submit the form to the warehouse manager so that he can receive the inventory. Thank you for watching this video tutorial. If you have any questions, please contact the Ampersand Group support team by emailing support@theampersandgroup.com or calling 330-379-0044.